Elvis Presley, John Lennon, Jimi Hendrix, and now Michael Jackson. Truly one of the most significant music deaths of all time has happened. I mean, it's right up there with Beethoven, Jeff, Bach, you name it.
It is. It
is.
Welcome to part 2 of our tribute to Michael Jackson. It's the Frustrated Rockstars. Jeff and Justin with you again, live on MP4
Having
from
a cold
the
one.
Atlanta Brewing Company.
Think Michael drank beer?
No. Actually, remember he drank wine. He asked to put wine in the Coca-Cola can on the plane or something. So he did drink wine. I don't think he drank a lot. I mean, you know, he drank it just for the...
You got to wash that Demerol down with something.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. Looking back, it's like, oh, maybe he wasn't that weird. Maybe he was just on pills the whole time.
Well, we know
it's like Rob Halford. It's like, wow, he was gay the whole time, and he was pretty leather.
Right. Well, you know, we actually know someone that was his assistant for years, and she says he was normal. He'd show up, you know, jeans, cup of coffee.
You know, workaholic. I mean,
worked all day. So you know, who knows? That's the thing with Michael is you don't know.
Yeah.
And we never will. Everything's an enigma, which is how we wanted it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about a couple more things with Michael Jackson. The headliner, we're going to talk about, is there a new King of Pop? Will there be a new King of Pop? What do you think? Points, counterpoints. That's our headliner. First, let's check out the opening act. And the opening act is going to be kind of going on something that was about to happen, the big comeback tour.
Sure.
Remember, he was going to do the 50 nights in London and have this big comeback, new album, the whole thing. Was that really going to happen? Would it have fizzled out?
Well, here's the thing that happened. Because of his debt, he owed $500 million, all right? And he had two partners come in, two rich people that came in. And I forget their names, who cares? But one of them bought the Neverland Ranch. It wasn't really buying it. He just kind of, I don't know the technical term for it, but he was going to sell Neverland Ranch for $80 million, and it was worth $23 million. So that was going to get him $50, $60 million back. The other guy came in and said, listen, I'll give you $450 million, but you got to do a 50-date tour, and it was a 5-year stint. So there was going to be some other residual work done to earn the $450 million.
So he was doing it to get out of debt?
He wanted to get, and it was called the This Is It tour.
Yeah.
Because he's 50 years old, he knew he was in poor health, but he figured, I'll knock these 50 dates out, I'll do a few PSAs or whatever I have to do for this guy, bam, I'm debt-free, and, you know, I'll go from there.
Yeah.
So, yes, it was definitely in the works, but when he started rehearsing and training for it, it was just seeing the poor health he was really in.
Yeah.
He had to be helped downstairs when they were doing, you know, segments of choreography, you know, for the rehearsals, and, it was definitely in the works, but he just wasn't ready. I mean, he's 50 years old. He can't be 83 Thriller Michael.
He can't dance like that. And you know, he had the music. I've heard that he has like 100 songs in the can that are to be released after his death for his children.
Can you imagine what they're going to sell for?
Oh, I know. And I've also heard, I don't know if this is part of it, but there's like another dozen songs that they at least demoed for Thriller that didn't make the album. So you could release a whole nother Thriller of the songs that didn't make it. So he's probably got material that's been recorded ever since the 70s up till now.
Yeah. Well, the big thing too is that there was a video that's going to be shot. You know, they always have the video behind you when you do, you know, like the Zorpa tour and everything. Michael had created this huge 3D video
that's already done. So that's going to be a big thing.
I mean,
that's going to be
you could put that out and sell 10 million copies in a day.
Yeah.
So
it was going to happen, but
it was going to happen.
And if he hadn't died this past, you know, he may have died in the middle of the tour. I mean,
he would have dropped on stage.
Yeah, I mean,
holy smokes.
Yeah.
Actually, I would have preferred that.
Yeah, I'm sure he would too. I'm sure he would too.
But he just couldn't make it.
Wow,
it's a shame.
Wow. All right, well, let's check out tonight's headliner. And this is kind of a tough question. And if you want to give us your feedback too, email us info@thefrustratedrockstars.com or leave some comments at YouTube. Is there a new King of Pop? Is there someone to take his place? Or will anyone be that big?
I got 2 words for you, Jeff Cole.
Oh, thank you.
Why not? With that shirt? Come on.
Oh!
Well, of course, the first person you're going to say is JT.
Justin Timberlake, I guess it's the closest thing. Child star, writes songs, great actor. He has...
That's going to insult our black fans because they're going to say it's got to be a black person.
No, it doesn't. Michael transcended racial barriers. That's the thing. White kids grew up.
And so does Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. it's not going to be one of these guys that sings through the vocoder.
No.
Okay.
You're going to have to be able to sing. You're going to have to be able to dance. You're going to have to be able to write. I mean, you have to be talented.
Yeah. And I think Justin Timberlake is the closest thing, but no one will ever be that big. Well, never say never.
Never say never.
You know, in today's media age,
Justin Timberlake is as big as Justin Timberlake's ever going to be.
yeah.
It's only down from here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to turn into Sinatra, or maybe he will, but he's not going to be Michael Jackson
Right.
big.
So the king of pop, the case is closed. That's the only king of pop.
Well, there's other guys that could vie for the crown. If Prince was younger, people would mention him.
Yeah.
Chris Brown in terms of the dancing, and of course Usher.
Usher, yeah. I think Usher would be the next closest thing, but I think, again, it's nothing to do with race. Justin Timberlake's broken through to the mainstream more. You know what I mean? He's done more. He has more songs that
I
people
gotta say,
know.
I think Justin Timberlake is a better singer.
I do too.
Usher's a better dancer, though. Usher's an amazing
I'll give you that.
dancer.
Yes. If you could combine,
See, that's what Michael was. He was everything.
Yeah.
He could write, sing, dance, market, everything. There just won't be another one. Never say never, of
Right.
course. But how are you ever gonna? I mean, now with everything so fragmented.
yeah,
You know,
it's not
the
gonna
days of
happen
a guy coming out like Michael Jackson. I mean, this was a once. I want everyone to understand that we've lost a once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So, new king of pop again. I mean, you know, you got your Chris Brown, you got your Usher. Just saying it out loud though is ridiculous.
Yeah.
it's like, you know, here's a filet mignon, here's like graham crackers.
Yeah.
They're both food, but that's about as close as you get.
Yeah. All right, let's do some solo riffs.
You know, one of the most interesting things about Michael Jackson is where he made his money was in publishing. In 1985, he bought the Beatles songs, and that funded all the eccentricities of the Neverland Ranch, etc., etc., etc. And what almost saved him was when he sold his own publishing rights to Sony. So with all the touring and the Pepsi ads and the merchandise, it all comes down to publishing, a real lesson for all you artists.
One of the other things I'm mourning with the loss of Michael Jackson is the loss of the album. Given that Thriller is considered the best album of all time, there will not be another Thriller, and it's not necessarily because there's not going to be enough talent to make another album this great, but just with the way records are now in the music business, there will never be an album that takes the world by storm, where everybody is into it. Mothers, daughters, fathers, brothers, sisters, everybody around the world into the same music at the same time. That'll never happen again. And I'm mourning the loss of that. You got some comments? Email us info@frustratedrockstars.com or leave comments at YouTube. In the meantime, enjoy his music.